Okay, good evening. Out on the West Coast, it's 6 p.m. Out on the East Coast, it is 9 p.m. I'm going to give the algorithm just a little bit of time to kick in, and I'm adjusting my settings so I could see the chat on YouTube. Last time I couldn't really see it, so just bear with me while I adjust it a little bit more, just so that I could see what people are saying. I want to make sure that I respond to everybody. How do you guys like my first slide? Yeah, I don't know if you guys have tried out Google's new AI image generator. It's in their Google Labs, but you could create some pretty interesting images with this stuff now. I am every day I'm blown away by the stuff I see. So what you're looking at is a crane machine in an arcade that says investor on the very top, and there's the crane machine on the bottom, and what you're looking at are transparent eggs with the seller leads in them, right? This is just off the top of my head. I went to Google, and this is what they created for me. So, I mean, every day I am just more blown away by what AI can do, for us as really just as human beings. Forget business, just as human beings. So anyway, that's my image. Today we're going to be talking about how do you follow up with your leads? This was something that I saw someone pose on one of the chat groups earlier in the morning, and they were wondering, how do you follow up with your leads? How often do you follow up with your leads? What do you do to follow up with your leads? What strategies are you using? So we're going to be talking about how do you follow up with your leads tonight. Now, as you know, what I like to do is I like to do a little bit of housekeeping. This gives the algorithm enough time to send out the alerts to let people know that we're live, and then once they get those alerts, they can start logging in, and by the time they get in, we're covering the information. So a couple things. Number one, please like and follow. If you can hear me okay, and I think you can, give me a quick thumbs up just so that I know that the audio is coming through okay. A quick thumbs up, quick fire emoji, quick throw up emoji, quick pray emoji, whatever emoji you want to send up. Just no eggplants, please. No eggplant emojis. My kids are watching. So give us a quick like and give us a quick subscribe. I've been doing research now that I've been going live every day, at least Monday through Friday, and some of those stats are pretty impressive. And what those statistics are telling me is that more than 60% of the people who are watching this content are not yet subscribers, are not yet followers. So if you could do me a huge favor, please make sure that you press the follow button. Please make sure that you press the subscribe button. If you're looking at this on YouTube, press that little bell icon so that way you can get alerted anytime we upload new content, and anytime we go live, and anytime we curate content that we think is going to be beneficial to you as a real estate investor, as a real estate wholesaler, and as an entrepreneur, right? Because at the end of the day, really that's what we all are. We are all entrepreneurs. So perfect. I appreciate the fire. Remington, good to hear from you, man. Thank you for the thumbs up, you guys. It means a lot to me. That's how I know that this thing is working. So please make sure that you like and follow. All right, so we're gonna start today with a little bit of David Goggins. There is a track on YouTube, and you can probably find it, and it's a David Goggins speech playlist set to the Rocky montage, the Alone in the Ring song and the horn song. I forget who. I should know this, and I'm sorry that I don't. But the orchestra that plays Bill Conti. There we go. So it's David Goggins. All his speeches set to Bill Conti's the bell song in the ring, right, when Rocky is fighting. And if you aren't a Rocky fan, or if you're under the age of 20 and you don't know who Rocky Balboa is and Stallone, you really need to go back and watch Rocky 1. Anyway, it's his speech, and in there what he does is David Goggins gives a Build-A-Bear analogy, and he talks about how when you go to the mall, you see those Build-A-Bear stores, and at least in our local malls now, what they're doing is they have like little pop-ups. They don't really have the full-blown retail stores, but I digress. I don't want to get too far off this. So David Goggins is talking about the Build-A-Bear, okay? And when you go to Build-A-Bear, we all have an idea of what it's like. You go, you pick your stuffed animal, except it's only the skin. It's just the skin, right? It doesn't have the the filling inside. It doesn't have the stuffing inside. Doesn't have any foam, cotton, whatever you want to put, wool, diamonds, whatever you want to put in your bear. It doesn't have. Your child stuffs it, and then they go out there and they build their own bear, and then they buy the accessories, right? Well, what David Goggins was saying in his speech this morning, at least the one that I was listening to on my way to the gym, was he was saying something about how we are all basically in our own little Build-A-Bear workshop, except what we're doing is we're not building a bear, we're not building a stuffed animal, we are building ourselves. So here is a picture. Again, Google Labs, right? We've got an investor. We've got a investor who also wholesales real estate, and he's doing his Build-A-Bear, and he's stuffing it, and he's wearing his investor t-shirt. And you have to ask yourself, what are you stuffing your bear with right now? Okay, what is it that you're stuffing your bear with? What is the content that you are consuming right now? Are you feeding your bear? Are you feeding it information that is contrary to the results that you want to see? In other words, are you feeding it information that says the market is bad, sellers aren't selling, buyers aren't buying, interest rates are high, prices are falling, it's not a good time to invest, avoid real estate, jump on the Bitcoin bandwagon? What type of content are you filling your bear with? What is it that you are consuming? Or are you filling it with information that supports what it is that you want to see? Information that says, now is a good time to invest in real estate. Now is a good time to learn how to wholesale real estate. Now is a good time to Airbnb. Now is a good time to go out there and look for fix and flip opportunities. Now is a good time to go out there and find more rental properties. Now is a good time for me to learn how to do the BRRRR method, BRR, BRRRR method. Right now is a good time to do those things. What are you filling your mind with, and how often are you doing that? What are you stuffing your Build-A-Bear with, right? That's what we're really talking about, and that's what David Goggins was alluding to when he was talking in his speech, and he talked about the content that we are constantly consuming. What are you stuffing your bear with? Now, in addition to that, there's the accessories, right? You can't go to Build-A-Bear and buy a $60 bear that you can probably get at Kmart for like $2 with all that stuffing. You can't walk out of that bear paying $50 without getting the accessories. And here we've got this beautiful woman holding her bear. She's wearing a Dispo shirt and a Dispo bear shirt, and she's looking at all the accessories that she could get for the bear. You've got the bear boots, you've got the bear glasses, you've got the bear stethoscope. You've got all these accessories, right? So in the same fashion, right, what are the accessories that you're getting for your bear? What is it that what tools are you using right now for your business? Now, I'm a big believer that you can do this business for free. I'm a big teacher that you can do this business for free. But at some point, you're going to have to treat this like a business. And like any business, you are going to have to invest a little bit of money in this business in order for it to succeed. So what are the accessories that you need? Well, you're going to need some of the basics. You're going to need data, right? And one of the companies that we really like to use is we like to use Batch Leads and BatchDialer. Now, fortunately, I am a partner with not an investor partner, just an affiliate partner of the Batch company. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be raffling off to someone who pre-registers and participates in a training that we're going to be doing on March 20th. Okay, on March 20th. Now, what we're going to raffle off to the people that participate in that training is they're going to get 1 free year of BatchDialer. 1 free year of BatchDialer, and it's going to be the advanced platform where you can dial up to have 5 lines dialing per person. Okay, that's valued at over $2,300. So $2,300. We're going to give away 1 free year of BatchDialer. In order to participate and be in the raffle, you need to go to free, F-R-E-E, free, F-R-E-E .dispodragons.com, free.dispodragons.com. You go there, you register, okay? The event is going to take place on March 20th, 2025. It's a virtual event. It's a live training at 10 a.m. And for 1 hour, the Batch company is going to go into a full-blown training, teaching us exactly how to use their dialer, okay? for those of you who have never picked up the phone and done any type of phone prospecting in your life, you have no idea how good you have it with these automated dialers. When I first got my license, at the age of 18, which was 30 years ago now, I had to dial manually. No, fortunately, I wasn't part of the area with the rotary dial phones, but still, I had to pick up the phone and I had to dial each number by hand. And back then, they gave us the white pages. I had a big, thick white pages. Now, again, you might be under the age of 20, so you don't even know what the hell a white pages is. That was how we used to find people's phone numbers before Google, before skip tracing, before Spokio, before all the other tools that you use right now, USA search, all of that stuff, True People search, all of that stuff. Before that, we only had the white pages. Oh, and by the way, they would deliver the white pages to your house, once every year, right? So you'd get your white pages, you'd have that book, and you kept that book, and it was a newspaper paper. The pages were made out of newspaper paper, so they were thin. So once that paper got wet, or you ruined it, or you highlighted it, like ink could seep through the other pages, and then you'd ruin it. Anyway, the point is, that's how we used to do it. We'd have the white pages, we'd have the book. I sound like somebody that used to talk to their children and says, I used to have to walk 3 miles in the snow just to go get to school, and I'm dating myself, and it doesn't matter. The point is, you have it good. You have it really, really good. You've got automated dialers now. Okay, all you got to do is put on a headset, sit back, and let them dial the numbers for you, and then just open your mouth and talk when somebody picks up the phone and answers. That's it. Okay, that's it. All right. So what we're doing is we're going to raffle it off on March 20th, 2025 at 10 a.m. We're going to raffle off 1 free year of BatchDialer, an automated dialer valued at over $2,300. To register, you have to go to free.dispodragons.com. You have to be there at the training. You have to pre-register. That's the first thing. Then you have to participate in the training. And then we're going to give away a free code at the very end. It's just going to be one code, okay? And you're going to have to DM us that code so that we know that you were actually, oh, and by the way, it has to be within 10 minutes of when that training ends. All right. Trust me, we've done this before. We've made all the mistakes. We've had giveaways like this before, and we've learned our lesson. So you have to register. You have to be on the training. You have to get that code. You have to DM it to us within 10 minutes of the conclusion of that training. You do that, you're entered. You're entered into a raffle for a dialer, for the BatchDialer, for 1 free year. Okay, so for 1 year, you've got a whole dialer valued at over $2,300 a month. Okay, now I'm going full circle now, and I'm coming right back. Where does that lead us to? We were talking about the accessories, right? What were the accessories that you're buying for your Build-A-Bear? Okay, I told you I was going to come around full circle. So now I brought it back to my David Goggins speech. What are the accessories that you're buying for your Build-A-Bear? We're going to be giving you away 1 free year of BatchDialer on March 20th. You have to register. You have to be at the training. You have to get that code at the very end, and you have to DM it to us, and then we will raffle it off. There will be 1 lucky winner from those people that do that. All right? Now, as a reminder, I wrote a book called Deal Like a Dove, Dispo Like a Dragon. Remington, there's a portion of it. You're in this book somewhere, Remington. You know you are. So if you haven't picked the book up, please pick it up from Amazon. It's 400 pages. This isn't fluff. This isn't surface level stuff. This isn't just, let me give you an ebook teaser for $9.95. This is straight up like how to build this business. 30 years of knowledge that I'm giving to you in this book on how to build this business. And you can get it at Amazon. You go visit dove.dispodragons.com, dove.dispodragons.com. Order the book. Download the book, not download it, take a picture of yourself with the book, tag us on social media at DispoDragons, that's our social media handle, at DispoDragons, tag us, and I will send you a code for a free Audible download. So you get the Audible download as well. And I got a really, really good narrator, professional, exciting. He really hypes you up in the book to keep listening to it. And he did a great job. So you'll get a free Audible copy. If you prefer the Audible version, just go on to audible.com, look for Dispo Like a Dove. Wow. Deal Like a Dove, Dispo Like a Dragon. Get the Audible version. Let me know what you think about it. Anybody that's already purchased it or you've gotten a copy of it, please give me a review on Amazon. Those reviews helps out a lot. Okay, so for those of you that have purchased it, thank you. Thank you very, very much. I'd love an honest review on Amazon. It would help me and it would mean so much to me. All right. Let's talk about a profit sharing mentorship before we get into it. So for those of you who are brand new and you need some help, okay, I see it all the time. I see the boards, I see the messages, I see the communities, I see people posting, hey, I need help, I need help, I need help. Can someone help me? Please help me with my business. We have a profit sharing mentorship in our within our organization. It's very, very, very affordable, like ridiculously affordable, where you will have a mentor on call, and the mentor has an incentive to help you because they are going to get a portion of the profits, as will you. Okay, so everybody wins in this. This is not just a JV, this is an actual mentorship where they will help you close your leads, they will help you get your contracts filled out, they will help you get those contracts signed, they will help you find the buyers for it, they will help you close the deal, you get paid, they get paid, everybody wins. It's the perfect marriage and blend of training, hand-holding, mentorship combined. Okay, go to start.dispodragons.com, take a look at our profit sharing mentorship and get started. Now, here's the beautiful thing about this, and I just learned about this. School just released an affiliate program within our communities. So it's very, very simple. If you refer 3 people, okay, 3 people to the mentorship program, to the profit sharing mentorship program, it's actually free for you. Okay, very, very affordable. 3 people, and just so you know, I might as well tell you right now, it's $99 a month. Okay, $99 a month, and you have a bona fide closer on call to help you close your deals, close your leads, fill out the contracts, close the deals for you. You get paid, they get paid, everybody wins. Refer 3 people, and you got it for free every single month. You've got somebody now ready to work with you to help you build your business. And I did a quick video on how to do it, but I've already touched on it too much. You can come up there, you click on your profile. For those of you who are already part of it, you click profile, you click it again, go to affiliates. Once you click on affiliates, you'll scroll down, you'll see Dispo Dragons profit sharing. You click it, you will have a link, your own personal affiliate link. Copy that link, share it with somebody else, share it with 3 people, boom, bang, done. You are now a part of the profit sharing program for free. Okay, now you have a mentor and somebody to help you for free. And you don't have to feel bad about asking for help. You don't have to feel bad about reaching out to them. I mean, obviously, outside of business hours, come on, right? I mean, give them a break. But you don't have to feel bad about calling somebody and saying, help me, please, I need help, right? Because a lot of times, I've heard it from other people. They tell me all the time. They're like, look, I feel bad calling you because, I have nothing really to give and I don't have any money. And look, this is very, very affordable at $99. You've now got someone. They'll help you build this. Okay, they'll help you close. So let's move on. All right, let's talk about how do you follow up with leads. This is very, very important. Lead follow-up. You will lose more business due to your lack of follow-up than you will ever lose because of how many times you've actually called someone or contacted them or reached out to them. I promise you this, 100% of the time, you will lose more business due to lack of follow-up than you will to your over-enthusiastic approach at getting a hold of them. 100%. I know this, okay? So let's talk about how you're going to be following up with your leads. Step 1, okay, you need to categorize your leads. This is very, very important, okay? And so here's the thing. I hear new people in this profession and they get started, and just because they've made contact with someone and they spoke to someone on the phone for about 10 minutes and the conversation was good and that person on the other end of the line didn't say die or go to hell, they assume that that's a lead just because they were nice to them on the phone. That is not a lead, okay? I need to clarify that. Just because you had a friendly conversation with someone, just because they stayed on the phone with you for 15 to 20 minutes, just because you had someone who got on the phone with you and they shared their whole life story with you for 30 minutes and they felt comfortable with you is not a lead. Let's clear that up right now. All right? That's not a lead. You have to make sure that a lead has a minimum of 3 points, and we're going to talk about it. And I'm not even talking about pain points here. What I am talking about are really just details that you're able to capture that help you identify them as a lead. So the first thing you have to do is you have to get good at categorizing what is a lead. And as far as I'm concerned, there's only 3 categories. You're either a hot lead, a warm lead, or it's a dead lead. That's it. Hot, warm, dead. Those are the only categories in my CRM that I care about. Hot, warm, dead. Now, let's talk about what a hot lead is. A hot lead is someone that has 3 or more out of these 4 categories, okay? Number 1 is the price. Now, the price is easy, okay? Everybody's going to have a price. You can But awesome, Remington. I appreciate that comment. The price is the easiest one, right? They're going to give that to you right off the bat, or you might talk to a lead, and the lead might say something along the lines of, "Well, why don't you just make me an offer?" Okay. Now, depending on how the lead was acquired, if it's a PPL lead, pay per lead, or PPC lead, chances are they filled out a form, right, in order to be sent to you, or they've already given you a price. If it's a PPL or PPC, not always, but chances are. Now, if it's a cold call, just a straight cold call, and you're speaking to them, and they're saying, make me an offer, right? I mean, like you're coming off blank, you could just tell them, look, Zillow says the property is worth X amount of dollars. I mean, if you got an offer at, say, and then just offer them 70 to 60% of whatever it is, would you look at something like that? And you wait and see what they say. All right. I mean, there's nothing you can do if they don't have their price and they don't want to give it to you. Okay. But you need the price. So if they give you the price, that's the first one. The second thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a time frame. You need a time frame. How soon are they getting ready to move? Is it 30 days? Is it 60 days? Is it 90 days? Right? Is it 6 months even? You need to get that from them. You have to get good at asking them the right questions for them to give you those details. Now, we have scripts that we can teach. I'm not going to go into the whole script tonight because I've done that before. And if you want to see those other videos where I cover those scripts, hop onto School. You can go to our free School platform, School, SKOOL.dispodragons.com, SKOOL.dispodragons.com, and you'll hear me break down the script. But the point is, you need the time frame. You need to know how soon they want to move, right? If it's beyond 90 days, that's not a hot lead. That's probably a warm lead, okay? So, hot leads. Number one, they've given you the price. Number two, you have some type of a time frame. You know when it is that they're thinking about moving. Number three, where they're relocating to next. Where are they moving to next? You need to extract this from them by asking the right question. And it's really a simple question. It's just, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, listen, you told me you wanted 500,000 and you said you'd like to be out of here within the next 60 days. Now look, just out of curiosity, where are you going to move to next? That's it. It's that simple. You have to get good at extracting that information. Where are they relocating to next? Now, if they tell you something along the lines of, well, I'm not really sure. I don't really know where I'm going to go to next. Okay, that is cause for concern because they do have a price, unrealistic or not, they have a price, and then they kind of have a time frame, right? They've given you a time frame. It's either 30 or 60 or 90 days. Anything beyond 90 days, we've already concluded that would be considered a warm lead. But now, if they don't know where they're moving to next, then really is that time frame as concrete as they want you to think it is? Probably not. So that's the reason you ask that question. That's a very, very important question. Where are you going to go next? All right. Now, after that, you're going to ask them, why are they selling? Right? You need to know why they're selling now. What you want to hear are things like, this house is too much for me. This house has too many repairs for me. I'm going through X personal thing, right? And I can't divulge it, but I'm just going through some things. Job transfer. I'm in default. Or you might know that they're already in default. The house has too many repairs. I just can't handle it anymore. Those are the reasons that you want to hear. So when you ask them, where are you moving to next? And they don't know. But then you ask them, why are you selling? And they tell you something like, yeah, this house is just too much for me. I just can't handle the repairs anymore. At least you've got three now. So now you've got price, time frame, where they're moving to next, and why they're selling. Okay, so if you can get any of those out of those four, now if you get all four, you've got a mega hot lead. Okay, but if you've got three out of those four, that's a pretty hot lead. Okay, that's a pretty hot lead, and you're going to have to stay on top of them, and you're going to have to follow up with them regularly. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, a warm lead only has two. So say they've got the price, they've given you their price. Again, unrealistic or not, it's okay. We're not going to fight someone on the price at the very beginning. Not at the very, very beginning. I know you know the comps. They probably know the comps too. They've seen Zillow. They've seen Redfin. They've seen all these websites. They probably have an idea of what the value is, fixed up, not fixed up, in its present condition, ARV, whatever. They kind of have a value on it. So don't fight them on the price initially during the first conversation. You just want to know what price they want. Second thing is you got to get that time frame. Okay, so if they give you if they don't have a time frame, again, cause for concern, but they do know where they're going to next. So they tell you, well, I want 500,000. What kind of a time frame? I'm still not sure on the time frame. Where are you moving to next? Well, we got a ranch over in Florida. We want to leave Texas for Florida, so we're going to be leaving to Florida. That's where we're going to be heading to. I see. Okay, so what you're telling me is you want 500,000, and you're going to be moving to Florida, but you don't really know what kind of a time frame you're looking at. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, I've got 1 out of 2. And then the next question, 2 out of 3. Next question is, why are you selling? You got to go back to that question. So, tell me, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, why are you selling? Now, you have to wait. That question cannot come up at the very front. Okay, you ask that question at the very beginning when you're talking to them, you're not going to get anywhere. You save that question as your anchor question because you've earned the right to ask them that question if you've gone through the script properly. If you've gone through it in a way that creates synergy between you and the seller, and you've asked them enough questions in a way that caused them to say yes after you've confirmed their responses every single time by ending your question with, did I hear you right? Am I understanding you correctly? Is that what you said? That's what you told me, isn't it? And you get them saying yes over and over again. You've created enough synergy to where you get to the fourth question, the anchor question, which is why are you selling? And now they start to peel back the layers and they start to tell you what's really going on. So a warm lead is someone that can give you at least 2 out of those 4, right? Hot lead, 3 out of those 4. Warm lead, 2 out of those 4. Okay, at least 2 out of those 4. Now let's talk about the time frames in which you have to get a hold of them. Dead leads, they only give you 1. Dead leads, the one that they always seem to give is the price. That's the dead leads, right? Because they have a price in mind, unrealistic, realistic, it really doesn't matter. They just, throwing out a number just to see if they can get their price. And if they can get their price, great. And if they can't get their price, no big deal, no skin off my back. Doesn't matter to me if I sell or if I don't sell or if I live or if I die or if I stay here or if I don't stay here. Who's president? Doesn't matter to me. Nothing matters to me. It's no big deal. Right? That's their attitude. Those are the dead leads, right? And when you get someone that just gives you a price just for a price, that's a dead lead. And for those of you who are training your virtual assistants, right, for the people that are going to be making those calls for you or doing all that stuff, you really need to teach them that fact, okay? Because a lot of times we get virtual assistants and you're not training them right, and what they'll do is they'll hear a price and then they immediately get all excited. They get excited because this person wants a price and they want to sell, and they'll say something along the lines of, well, if you can get me 500,000, I'll be out here next week. Okay, and because a lot of these virtual assistants are working overseas, they don't understand the American. Sometimes it's the American sarcasm, or they don't understand the American vernacular. The way it's not authentic. Where they really say, give me 500,000, I really want to sell. They're not being true or authentic. They're just throwing out a number to see what they can get away with, okay? So dead leads, typically the dead leads only give you a price. They don't give you a time frame. They don't tell you where they're moving to next, and they don't tell you why they're selling, because it doesn't really matter why they're selling. They're just trying to see if they can get you that price, right? Give me $1 million. They'll give you this far out number, all right? So dead leads, only 1, and it's typically price. Now, hot leads, you're going to have to follow up with them every day. Every single day. Paul, I have to call them every single day. You're going to have to call your hot leads every single day. I'm looking at the comments, guys, so if you see me go off screen, that's what I'm doing. Every single day. You got to call them every single day. You're going to have to call them on the phone. You're going to have to text them. If they don't pick up, then you're going to have to text them. Okay, and then if you have their social media handle, you're gonna have to give them a DM, send them a direct message. Call, text, DM, slide into their DMs. Right? I don't know if that sound effect really worked or it sounded right. Now I'm regretting the whole eggplant comment at the very beginning of this thing. Anyway, point is, call, text, DM. Call, text, DM every single day until you get a hold of them. They don't answer in the morning, you make a note to call, do it again in the evening. Call, text, DM. You can, if it's a hot lead, I need you to do this every single day. I need you to get over this idea that you're going to offend them, that you're going to piss them off, that they're going to tell you to go to hell. I need you to get over that. And here's why. Your leads, they're my leads. And my leads are your leads. So we are all fishing from the same pond. That almost sounds like a children's song. Your leads are my leads are your leads. Huh? Who would have thought? Here's the point. The point is that you think you're the only person calling them? Nah, you're wrong. Other people are calling them too. Other people are calling them too. My assistants are calling them too. You've got a bunch of the big wigs, the big dogs, the big veterans that are having their virtual assistants, or they're getting on the phone and they're calling them too. Everybody is calling your prospect, and you're thinking that you don't need to get a hold of them, or you don't want to offend them because you're calling them too much. You need to get a hold of them. You have to be so voracious and you're tenacious. I don't even know voracious and tenacious. You need to get a hold of that seller. You got to get a hold of them. Call them, text them, DM. Call them, text them, DM. Different times during the day. If you have to block your number sometimes, that's what you got to do. You keep getting a hold of them until they tell you to stop. Okay? I'm not saying be overly aggressive. I'm not saying be rude. You are being enthusiastic about the opportunity to work with them. That's what this is about. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I am sorry that I've called you like 2 or 3 times today. It's just that I am so excited at the possibility of working with you so that I could purchase this property and what my plans are once we get this thing done. That's the reason I keep calling you. I hope you don't mind. I just want you to know I'm excited about the possibility. I'm excited about helping you out. I'm excited about making this work. Call me back. Let me know what we're going to do next. Boom, done. That's your voicemail, right? Does that sound like you're calling them and saying, hey, call me, pick up the phone? No. You're enthusiastic about the opportunity to work with them, to make this a project for yourself, to help them open or get to the next chapter in their life. And see, when you come off that way and more genuine, that's different than you being overly aggressive and being a jerk on the phone. All right, so you need to make sure that you get a hold of those sellers because other people are calling them. Now, when we're talking about warm leads, you're going to want to call them every 2 or 3 days, and the same thing applies. Call, text, DM. Call, text, DM. Call, text, DM. Get a hold of them, get a hold of them, get a hold of them, because if you're not, somebody else is. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it goes. All right, and again, that's why I said you will lose more business by not following up than you will ever lose by contacting them too much or being over enthusiastic about the possibility of taking on this project with them and helping them move on to the next chapter of their lives. Because really that's what you're doing, isn't it? Nod, right? People can hear your body language through the phone, through the message, through the voicemail. They can hear it. All right. Now, next thing you're going to need is you're going to need some type of a CRM. Remember we were talking about the Build-A-Bear and the accessories. You need some type of a CRM. You need something to keep yourself organized. You're going to need it. Yes, can you do this off of a spreadsheet and off of Excel and off of Google Sheets and off of a notepad? And yes, you can. You can do all of that stuff. Trust me, you can. But you're going to need some type of a CRM just to keep yourself organized, okay? A CRM that I recommend is HubSpot. That's the one that I like to use. I don't have an affiliate code with them. I should get one, but it's free. Okay, HubSpot is free. Now, yes, can you add all the bells and the whistles and pay for all the additional stuff? Of course you can. But to be able to just access a CRM so that you can organize your leads, so that you can put reminders on them, so that you can log all the activities that you're doing, so that you can email through their platform and log and track all the emails so you see the actual emails that were sent to them in their CRM profile as opposed to having to go to Gmail and looking up all their emails. HubSpot offers all that for free. Okay, everything else that you might want, they're going to charge you for it. But everything I just described is available for free through HubSpot. HUBSPOT, HubSpot. Okay, next thing is a customer relationship manager can automate a lot of these tasks for you. They can do SMS, text message outreach for you. So they can send out a message, in the morning, hey, just following up with you. And then they can send out another one in the evening if they don't respond. SMS outreach. They can also do email outreach. They can do automated campaigns for you. And then they can do DM outreach too. There's a lot of people don't know this, but there's a company called ManyChat. ManyChat, ManyChat, and they can do the same thing. They can do automated tasks for you on your social media platform. So they can do it on Instagram and they can do it on Facebook, I believe. I'm not sure about TikTok. I don't think they can, but I know they can definitely do it on Instagram 100% if you are communicating with your leads through social media. Okay. So the beauty about this is that the CRM can automate it. Now, going back to HubSpot, can HubSpot do these things? Yes, using third-party applications. It just adds to the expense, right? In other words, you have to purchase additional third-party products, and then you also have to pay for a higher version of HubSpot in order to enable those third-party applications to connect to that CRM. But everything I described at the very beginning about HubSpot, which is helping you stay organized, is free. Okay, so check it out. Now, the other thing is, Oh, I didn't talk about our LLM. Okay, so there's other, not CRMs, but there's other AI tools that you can use that can do this stuff for you using SMS and email. Okay, and they will actually communicate and engage and re-engage your leads using something called LLM, which stands for large language models, which basically means that they're talking to your leads just like you in the same way that a human would communicate with them. And and using AI, I've seen this, and you may not have even realized that you've been communicating with some people through AI and through chat, and it sounds just like a person. I've tested this out myself. On myself, and it's pretty amazing. So they can actually communicate with your seller leads and reach out to them, and it sounds just like it's a human communicating with them. It's called LLM, large language models. I've also heard it be referred to as learning language model, but whatever. It's LLM, large language model. AI can do it, and they can do it through text message and through emails. I believe they're at the point now where it can actually reply back and forth through emails using AI, sounding just like you with the type of responses that you would expect them to respond to. Okay, so I already went over the follow-up. I went over the time frames. I went over what a hot, warm, and dead lead is, how often you should be reaching out to them. Please visit our school community. It's free. skool.dispodragons.com. We have scripts there. There's additional videos there. Excuse me. Additional videos there on how to do this business and how to get it going for free. As I mentioned earlier, make sure that you like and subscribe to our content. All right, we're working really hard to create all of this content for you, and we're curating additional content for you as well. It's free, but the cost of admission is a like and a follow. So please do me a huge favor, like this video. Please do me a huge favor, subscribe to our content. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please click on the bell icon so that you can get alerted every single time that we go live and upload new content that we are creating and curating for you. All right. I hope you enjoyed this training. I'm having a really good time with AI. Like I said, this image was created using Google Labs and their image generator. And if you can't tell what it is, it's a crane machine. I got this idea from Toy Story, and so we've got a crane machine. It says investor on the top. It's inside there are all the seller leads in transparent, plastic eggs. Okay, and it's pretty cool. I like this idea. So anyway, hopefully you appreciated this. If you did, give me a quick thumbs up so we can conclude this training. If you haven't picked up the book, you guys, please pick it up. Deal Like a Dove, Dispo Like a Dragon. It's on Amazon. All right, have a great night, you guys. We'll talk soon.